They say they're trying to save the soul of this country. Well, I'm here to argue against that and say America was founded with no soul. Right? Imagine if a newborn was born and it came out with red eyes and it had an insatiable appetite for human flesh. Would you look at that baby and say, oh my God, look at what Jesus brought us? Or would you say, oh, I birthed a demon? So when we look at the course of American history, the path that they chose to go there, we can't say that we're fighting for the soul of this country. This country doesn't have a soul. It was found on the backs of the soulless. The number one argument that they like to use is a country founded on Judeo-Christian values. Well, praise the Most High for his true doctrine being revealed to those who are seeking after him with a pure heart. And we have learned that a lot of what we call Christianity, notice what I'm saying, a lot of what we call Christianity, because I believe that there was a true form of the way that was initially given to the disciples, but then it was hijacked by the Catholic Church, right? Remember when Yahushua or Jesus said, the kingdom suffers violence. That's saying that there are people that come against the kingdom, right? Violently, not through protests, not through writings, not through political campaigns, but violently, right? When we look back and see all of the history from the transatlantic slave trade, from all of the slaveries of the children of Israel, all the way back to the Inquisitions, everything was violent, right? They get on us because we protest peacefully, because that's not their methodology. They want us to protest peacefully because it makes them feel safe. It makes them feel comfortable, but they never want the descendants of slaves. They never want the true children of Israel. They never want the Most High's people to ever feel comfortable. And I believe that this is by the Most High's design, right? It's like if I am an ambassador of a foreign nation, right? I don't go to that foreign nation and become a part of that foreign nation. I go there to do the job that I am elected to do or chosen to do, and that's to be a voice, to be a face, to be someone that represents the country instead or in lieu of the leader. So if we are ambassadors of Mashiach, if we are ambassadors of Christ, if we are ambassadors of Yahushua, we are ambassadors of Yahweh, if we are ambassadors of Jesus, right? How can we say that we are ambassadors from another kingdom that come to a kingdom that is contrary to the kingdom that we are from, right? The same way how we have Russian ambassadors here in America, but we know that Russia and America are not friends. We have Chinese ambassadors, but we know America and China's relationship is always chaotic, right? We are here in this earth, in this plane of existence in America as ambassadors from our King, Yahushua, Jesus, to be able to spread the influence, right? To be able to speak what it is that he would say in these situations, because he's not here in the physical, but his ambassadors are. So when I see quote unquote Christians, Hebrews, anyone that profess biblical truth, caught up in the political practices of a foreign nation, how can you claim to be an ambassador of another nation and you're here engaged, choosing and picking a leader of a nation that you're not even supposed to be a part of? See, we've drunk in the Kool-Aid of Christian nationalism because we want to be so anti-democrat, right? Both sides is trying to roll out the wickedness, the Democrats and the Republicans. So don't get caught up on Democrat or Republican. It's just two sides of the same coin. So we're not going to sit here and act as if that we agree with either side. We don't, right? You got the Democratic push murder, right? They push homosexuality. They push every wicked thing that's morally evil. They promote it. Republican Party, you see more of selfishness and individualism far as resources and control and power, right? They want everything to be isolated amongst a few, right? They don't want other nations and other groups of people that don't line up with how they feel America's direction should go to be included in a part of building America up. But we know that that's how we got to this point, right? Was from all of the immigrants, from the slaves, from America is built on freaking migrants. Think about it. Everybody from the dang on Indians who are descendants of Eskimos to the native Indians that are descendants of Israelites to the Europeans that came over and started the 13 colonies to the Mexicans that migrated up. Everybody here is a migrant. So I don't get caught up on this whole migrant thing because I understand that I'm not a part of this country. So whatever direction they choose to take it in, that's between them and the Most High. All I know is that my king is coming back one day to set order. So I don't get caught up on Christian nationalism from the Republican Party, and I don't get caught up on the lies and deceit, right, given to us through tokenism through the Democratic Party. I don't get caught up on none of that. Because if you get caught up on it, it goes to show that you are a friend of this world. You may say, oh, I'm in this world, but I'm not of it. That makes you of it. I had the pleasure of going to a service yesterday where I heard the preacher of the service preach a political message that was rife with feminism, right? It had all of the Democratic talking points, but it was rolled and wrapped inside a ChatGPT type of sermon, right? And it seems sometimes as if women can't discern other women. How is that woman is a friend of theirs, right? So it's like if I'm close to you and I can see externally you're being successful, I'm not going to try to discern and try to get to know you on a spiritual level to see what your spirit is like. See, the spirit is always searching the deeper things. So anytime I meet a brother or a sister, you feel me? For the physical thing, I'm checking their spirit. What they walking like, what they move like, what is they, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not that I make a judgment or I just qualify them for being a saint, but I just need to know how I can approach you. I need to know how I need to interact with you based on what I'm discerning at that moment. You feel me? So I'm not going into any situation blind. I have already prayed that the Ruach proceed my every step, that it goes before me. So I'm already getting feedback from the Ruach before I go into the situation. See, a lot of us is not spiritual enough because we are hearing all of the talking points from Fox and CNN, the Democratic Party that's got the Planned Parenthood bus out front. Did y'all actually, man, my wife blew my mind with this one. Listen, she told me that the actual device that Planned Parenthood used when doing abortion is called a DNC. Do you hear me? All of our new Republican brothers that's so excited. That's so excited about Trump. They're so gassed up about Trump took a bullet and he lived and all of the propaganda. They're excited. This new wave of black people, black men leading the charge. Look at black men stepping up to their leadership position to lead our women straight to delusion. Like, really, do y'all really think that Donald Trump and the Republican Party has your best interest? Let me be the first one to say it here first, so that when they put a carpet from underneath you, you will realize that you was sold a bill of goods that nobody ever planned on cashing in on. Nobody ever planned on doing anything for you, right? We see the what is it called? Some 2025, Project 2025, right? It's sheer wickedness. I skimmed through it, but now Donald Trump is trying to separate himself from it because people really getting into detail about what is this Project 2025. It's all the same outcome that the Democrats want. They just have a different way of going about it, right? Donald Trump said out his own mouth. I'm gonna play the clip right here.
going to happen. You know, just to get off for a second, years ago, my father was a big supporter of Jewish people and Israel. He's not Jewish. He wasn't Jewish, but he was a great friend of a lot of Jewish people. And if you say, let's say 15 years ago, maybe not even that long, anything bad about Israel or Jewish people, you were finished as a politician, right? You were finished. You wouldn't do that, Congressman. You wouldn't do it anyway, but nobody would do it. The most powerful lobby in this country, by far, was Israel and Jewish people. Today, it's almost like, what happened? What happened? What happened to Schumer? What happened to all these people? Schumer's like a Palestinian, right? It's shocking because I grew up where Israel was just supported. My father was a builder in Brooklyn, and a lot of Jewish people. That's all he knew. That's all I knew, essentially. But we knew Jewish people, and they were great people.
You feel me? You know why this is? It's because they're only a group of overlords that oversee both sides of it. The elite have already picked the winner. They're just playing us against each other because they're trying to accomplish the final blow, the final end to their pyramid. They're trying to put the final stone in place. Right? Y'all know what to say on the back of that dollar? Right? Order out of chaos. They're trying to bring it to pass. They need the house to be divided. Wake up! I can't stand when I see Christians sowing discourse. When you start talking that Democratic stuff, that Republican stuff, you not doing anything but sowing discourse. It's going to be blood on your hands. So all the ones that are so excited about the Democrats, when they run this country straight to the ground, you find yourself with no job, not owning anything and being happy. When you find yourself on they already get your universal health care, which is not really universal health care because you still got to pay. Then they're going to give you a universal payment that you're going to have to take your universal, your stipend, your government stipend, and pay your government health care. And everything is subscription based. They implemented and integrated AI into everything. The army, the robot army and robot workforce is going to be on the scene in 2025, 2026. The robots is coming. I just left a job that I worked at Kroger's where half of the operation was being taken care of by robots. This is not speculation, people. I'm here to prophesy to the people of the Most High. Don't get caught up in the Republican Party. Don't get caught up in the Democratic Party because they both want to vaccinate you and have you being slaves to the government. Just like I was one of the only ones telling you that the vaccine is the mark of the beast. People are like, how is that the mark of the beast? I can still buy and sell. But there was a season where you couldn't. For a small little season, for a small week or 2 weeks, they shut everything down. Where if you wasn't vaccinated, you couldn't move. Right here in America, in China, they did it for like 2 years. Right? But they understand incrementalism, right? Where they from little time they show you a little bit at a time till it become the norm. It's almost like that experiment with the frog. If you put the frog straight in hot water, what is it gonna do? It's gonna hop out. But if you put the frog in cool water and slowly, gradually raise the temperature, he won't know that he's being cooked. That's the same thing that is happening to us. And we can't see it. So when I say that the vaccine is the mark of the beast, I knew that they wasn't just gonna slap it on you at one time. I knew that they would hit you with the misdirection with the chip and all of that stuff. What they're gonna do is they're going to change the molecular structure of the human being. That's why you're gonna be rejected. And the Most High said that once you receive the mark, I can't do nothing with you. It ain't because of a chip in your arm. It don't change nothing about you. But when they put that vaccine in you, it changes you. And they're coming back around. Round number 2 is coming back around, right? Where you're going to see the vaccine mandate with more ferociousness, right? It's going to be implemented in a whole different way than it was last time because America has literally turned over its rights to deal with its own pandemics to the World Health Organization. So whatever the World Health Organization said is what we're going to have to do. Do y'all not see it yet? So when you get to the point where they telling you if you're not vaccinated, you can't do this, that no more. and you still sitting around looking for a chip while you taking the vaccine, you've been warned. You've been warned. The chip is the misdirection. The whole monetary system thing is a misdirection. They want you to allow yourself to get vaccinated to be a part of the society in which they are planning, because they know they get enough of that vaccine in you. First of all, it's going to change your molecular structure. Then all of the graphite and everything that's in it is going to connect you to the Internet of Things, because they need our energy. Matter of fact, let me play this clip right here.
Indian, she's black, she's everything. You can be more than one thing. It's incredible. You know, I'm Jewish and Irish. I wish I was black. Every white Jewish guy wishes he was black. You know, it's just get out there and vote and donate and like take advantage. This is such an important time right now. And this wave of energy that's happening, we got to keep going with it. So
they harvest your energy. They need your energy for these campaigns. They need you to be fired up, because it's a way for them to be able to gauge how much of Americans they have deceived. Excuse me. So we want to make sure that everything that we're doing, we're trying our best to seek the Most High concerning these things, that we're trying our best to stay in prayer. Let's be on our post. Let's be diligent. Let's be good stewards. Let's not just go along to get along. We've done that. Rather, in the Hebrew Israelite community, Christian community, political community, don't just do things for the sake of doing them because people look like you. Not all skin folk is kin folk, right? You got to check a man's spirit. You got to check a woman's spirit. The scriptures say you gonna know them by their fruit, not how successful they are. You hear these preachers and pastors talking about gaining wealth, the wealth of this world, and he gave us power to get wealth. They are lying to you, and they are not in the spirit of the Most High. This is not the time to be gaining worldly wealth. This is the time to be collaborating, to bring families together, to bring ministries together, to bring organizations together, so that we can strategize what it is that we need to do for when this world system shuts down. You know, oh, now you tell people to go buy land, you wrong. Because if they don't pay their taxes, they're going to lose their land. You evil. All you leaders in Israel, in the church, y'all evil if you're not telling your people that they need to get themselves ready for this market of beast system. You are the devil. And I'm here to tell you that in Yahweh name. Repent. Tell the truth. Get the people ready. This your Occupy Serve. I appreciate y'all tuning in to this IRAP Truthcast, where the truth is being projected across the airwaves. This is the final hour. The time is now. Take heed. Pray over your babies. Pray over your family. Keep the faith. I love you all. Shalom, shalom.